Okay, Be'ezrat Hashem. So now we continue Pasuk Chaf. Now Shlomo HaMelech will give some indications and guidelines to prevent ourselves, right, from the Adam Belial, the Ish Aven, and the Holech Ikeshut Peh that we've addressed, right? Which is the flaws of the action, of the mind, and of the mouth. Netzor Beni Mitzvat Avicha. So Netzor Beni Mitzvat Avicha, my son, keep, okay, hold on tight, guard your father's commandment. Ve'al titosh Torat Imecha, and do not forsake your mother's teachings. So, as we know, the Gaon said it many times. The mitzvot are coming from time to time and are dependent on time. They're not accessible and opportunities all the time. So he says, "Netzor beni mitzvat avicha." Keep the mitzvot close to you, says the Gaon, from two angles. When you do a mitzvah, hold on to it until the next mitzvah. Meaning, let the high of the mitzvah elevate you, strengthen you, until another mitzvah comes along and gives you strength and inspiration. Another meaning of Netzor Beni Mitzvat Avicha, hold on to the mitzvot, is like the knowledge of it. Have the knowledge of the mitzvah ready. Hold on to it, guard it, so that when the mitzvah comes, right, the knowledge of the accomplishment of the mitzvah in its entirety and complexity is clear to you. Ve'al titosh Torat Imecha. We know that the Torah is tmidi, right, all the time. The Torah, you have access to it all the time, the Chokhmat Torah. So, al titosh, don't forsake. Should always be connected, engaged, and in sync with the Limud Torah. So the engagement of the learning should be constant. The knowledge of the mitzvot have to be proper, organized, and fresh all the time. And when you do a mitzvah, hold on to that energy, hold on to that inspiration, to that high, because that keeps you going and engaged until the next mitzvah comes. This is the pshat of the Gaon on this pasuk. And now the Gaon opens another dimension al pi Kabbalah of that pasuk. It says, if you pay attention, when you talk about mitzvah, Shlomo HaMelech addresses the father. When you talk about Torah, it's addressing the mother. What does the father mean and the mother mean? Why? What is the connection between mitzvot and the father and Torah and the mother? As we know in the Sefirot, the Abba ve'Ima, the Abba is Chokhmah and Ima is Bina. Explains the Gaon the following. When there is an intimate relationship between husband and wife, as we know, the drop of seeds is hidden inside the body of the man. And then when it's transferred, it is now revealed inside the woman. And although it's inside, but it's something that's identifiable. He says the same thing, the Chokhmah. The Chokhmah is something that's hidden. It's not something that you can put your finger at. It's the Chokhmah is inside the brain of the Talmidei Chachamim, of the. It's within the person. The Binah takes the Chokhmah and starts shaping it, bringing it out to a more logical, organized thought process, applicable, the discernment of the information from the Chokhmah allows now the Chokhmah to come to a certain level of reality, identification. It can be addressed, it can be spoken about, explained, and that's the Binah. So although it's true, it is still covered, it is still inside, like the drop is inside the womb of the wife, right? So the Binah is still to a certain level hidden, but it's much more identifiable than the Chokhmah, because it's taking now the Chokhmah and shaping it to a practical level. So he says the following: the shoresh, the root of the mitzvot, is in the Chokhmah, and the root of the Torah, and the Torah is in the Binah. And he explains, it's based on the pasuk. Hashem bechokhmah yasad eretz. Hashem founded the world, the earth, with his chokhmah. Konen shamayim, and he holds the shamayim bitvuna, with his tevuna. So he says we see that that there is a parallelism between shamayim and aretz. Says the Gaon, everything that is in shamayim is in the eretz. So what's the difference between shamayim and eretz? He says shamayim is tevuna. Tevuna is revealed. Eretz is chokhmah. It's hidden. What does that mean? Referring to what Andy was saying. Today, you don't have all the parameters of things. You don't know why things are happening. It's hidden. That's eretz. You don't have clarity. You don't have the entire picture. The will of a Kadosh Baruch Hu is hidden. The purpose of each one of us is hidden, and we try to reveal it. אבל בשמיים, right? In the עולם העליון, in the spiritual world, everything is clear. So Hashem bechokma yasad eres. Hashem, when he created the world with the chokhmah. What does that mean? With a hidden potential, with the chokhmah, which is hidden, and he behaves in the earth in a hidden way. This is why we cannot point our finger so clearly and identify Hashem's will in this world. אבל בשמיים, like he says, כונן שמיים בתבונה, in שמיים, in the spiritual world, everything is revealed, just like the tevuna reveals the chokhmah. It says, Adam HaRishon, because he was also so spiritual and had this direct connection with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he was able to understand in the Aretz all the purposes because he was also connected to Shamayim. So going back, when we talk about the Father, we could talk about the Chokhmah. And when we talk about the Chokhmah, we could talk about the Eretz. And when we talk about Eretz, we talk about mitzvot. The mitzvot, where are they shayach? They're shayach in the Eretz. Sukkah, Lulav, Shofar, Tefillin, Tzitzit. All these are mitzvot. Meaning, through the mitzvot, you have the ability to reveal the secret and what's hidden in the Eretz. So through the mitzvot, you reveal Hashem's will. By learning about the mitzvot, by applying the mitzvot, it allows you to understand the chokhmah with which the world is created. That's the Eretz. And when we talk about Ima, we talk about Bina. When we talk about Bina, we talk about Shamayim. When we talk about Shamayim, we talk about Torah. Because Torah hi min Shamayim. And the Torah is the clarity. So when you learn the Torah, when you connected with the Torah, you're connected to Shamayim. So through the learning of the Torah, you see with much more clarity the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the full puzzle. When you do mitzvot, you reveal Hashem's will that is hidden in nature. Good? There could be a confusion between Chokhmah and Tevuna because usually Chokhmah we apply it to Torah. Right? In this case, the Chokhmah is it in its behavior, in its essence, versus the connection to the Torah itself. Right? So in this specific case, the Torah is connected to the Binah and the mitzvot to the Chokhmah because of the pasuk. Hashem bechokma yasad eres konen shamayim betvuna. Until that clear? Now the Gaon dies one deeper level. As we know, in the Sirot, we have three types of lights, but two that are essential. We have what is called Or Makif, the light that surrounds, and we have what is called Or Penimi, the internal light. And there is what is called Or Emtsai, the middle light, which is the actual keli, right? Let's say you have a vessel. So you have what is inside the vessel, what is outside the vessel, and the vessel itself. Okay? So the Or Pnimi is in the Sfirot at a higher level than the Or Makif. Why? Because it is the Or that is inside the Keli. The Or Makif is the light that is outside the Keli. But the Or Makif, for example, of Chesed, is at a higher level than the Or Pnimi of the Gevurah, because the Gevurah comes afterwards. You understand what I'm saying? So the yes.
Can you remind us the three, the Sfirot and the
Yeah, I'll give you a simple one. I'll give you a simple. Let's say we look at the kav, the line of Chesed. So you have Chokhmah, Chesed, and the Netzach, right? They are aligned on the right. So the Or Pnimi of Chokhmah is holier and higher than the Or Makif of the Chokhmah, of the light that surrounds the vessel of the Chokhmah. But the light that surrounds the Chokhmah is greater than the Or Pnimi of the Chesed, because Chesed is lower than the Chokhmah. Right? So although you have the Or Penimi, the internal light of the Chesed, and that's greater than the Or Makif of Chesed, but it's lower than the Or Makif of the Chokhmah. Yeah, just so you understand. Yeah, good. Until now, everything okay? So he says like this: Netzor mitzvat avicha, guards the mitzvah of the commandments of your father. He says the mitzvot are something that's chitzoni, something that's around you, not something that's pinimi, not something that's inside you. So he says netzor. He says tesovev. Make sure you're always surrounded. You're mukaf. You're shielded with the mitzvot, because this is how you bring on you the or makif. This is how you bring around you the surrounding light of the sefirot. And this is what basically what it means. The mitzvot give the or makif life. How do you give life to the or makif of your sefirot? Through mitzvot. The Al titosh Torah timecha. The Torah is pnimit. The Torah is the light that is inside the vessel, right? The internal light, which is the Or HaPenimi, right? And how do you fuel and strengthen and connect to the Or Penimi? Through Limud Torah. So, in a simpler way, when you learn Torah, you fill in your vessel with Or Penimi, and when you do mitzvot, you fill in your vessel with Or Makif. And he says, this is what the Chachamim meant in the Gemara, in Masechet Menachot Daf Mem Gimel. The Gemara says, Haviv in Israel, the Bnei Israel, they are cherished. Why? Shesivevan HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'mitzvot. Hashem is surrounded them with mitzvot. What are the mitzvot? Tefillin berashen, utfilin bezroehen. They put tefillin on their head and on their arm. Vetzitzit, bebigdehem, and they wear tzitzit on their clothes. Umezuzah bepithem, and the mezuzah on their door. Yes? And on this, David HaMelech says in Tehillim, Sheva bayom hilalticha, al mishpete tzitkecha. Right? I praise you 7 times a day. Al mishpete tzitkecha, for the mishpatim that are right, that you gave me, for the mitzvot that you gave me. So now we're good? So Chazal addressed 4 mitzvot. Tefillin shel yad, tefillin shel rosh, tzitzit, and mezuzah. 4 mitzvot, which is 3, but it's really like each mitzvah. We know that each tefillah is a mitzvah of its own, right? For example, somebody has a broken arm, he can put the tefillin on his head. He's making the mitzvah of the tefillah shel rosh. This is why the Ashkenazim make 2 berachot on the tefillin. Al laniach tefillin and mitzvah tefillin. 2 mitzvot. So we have 4 mitzvot. But pay attention. What's very interesting is that in these 4 mitzvot, you have 7 entities. Why? Tefillin shel yad, tefillah shel yad is 1. Tefillah shel rosh is 2. 4 corners of the tzitzit, which are 4 tzitziot, it's 6. Mezuzah is 7. This is what David HaMelech says, Sheva bayom hilalticha. I praise you 7 times every day. For the 4 tzitziot, the tefillah shel yad, the tefillah shel rosh, right? The tefillah of the hand, of the head, and for the mezuzah, which beautifully enough represent the 7 sfirot. Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod Yesod, and Malchut. And he says, this is what the Gemara says, Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov Omer, Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov, he says, Kol sheyesh lo tefillin berosho, whoever has tefillin on his head, utfillin bizro'o, and tefillin on his arm, vetzitzit bebigdo, and he's wearing tzitzit on his clothes, umezuzah bepitron, he has a mezuzah on his door, lo bimhera uchote, it's very difficult for him to sin. ואומר, חונה מלאך השם סביב לרעיו ויחלצם. Hashem resides around the person that fear him, and he saves them. How does he save them? So the Gaon brings a Zohar Kadosh, Parashat Teruma. Amar Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, when a person wakes up in the morning and he puts tefillin on his head and on his arm, and he puts on talit, right? And he's about to leave his house. So now what happens? he faces the mezuzah, right? When he leaves the house, he sees the mezuzah. 4 angels surround him, one in the front, in the back, in the right, and in the left. And they become one with him. And they go after him to accompany him when he leaves his house. Yes.
When you leave your house, you didn't put tefillin yet.
Normally, I do. When I leave my house, I have my tefillin on. Yes. This is Nachon, you're right that most people today, not, but at the time, the seder, if you want to do seder, the seder, the ideal way. This is a seder hayom, at least of the morning, okay? The best possible way is to wake up, if possible, a little bit before Chatzot. But let's say you cannot wake up before Chatzot. You wake up a few hours before dawn, alot hashachar. Okay? You make your berachot. Then you do tikkun Chatzot. You learn. Then alot hashachar comes. You do mikveh. You do netilat yadayim like the mikveh. Because the transition at alot hashachar brings down, okay, the klipot, the tum'ah of the ornogak enters the body. So you have to do mikveh, you purify yourself. And then comes the zman, okay, then you start you start the bakashot, and then comes the time of anahat talit utfilin. You put you put at the zman, you put talit tefillin, you leave your house, you go to shul. Let's say shul takes you 5 minutes to get there, okay? By the time you get to shul, it's the time to start your tefillah properly, benachat. But if you start your tefillah at that time, you will get to nets exactly on time. You pray your nets, you finish your tefillah. Then at that point, to each their own. You can do Chokle Israel, you can go home and prepare the family, etc., etc. So this is the Seder HaTov, right? This is the way, the proper way to have to a healthy morning. The most valuable time to learn Torah and actually absorb it and digest it and understand it on a complete different level is the few hours before Alot HaShachar. If you need clarity on anything, and perspective, think about it 1 to 2 hours before Alot HaShachar. Now it's easy because Alot is 5:24. 24, 28, 28 to be more exact this morning, right? It's not so late. It's not so early. Net is late. Net is 7 something. You understand? So that's the Seder HaTov. When the Zohar is telling you now, obviously, if this is a ma'ala, this is a plus. Okay, this is a plus. So says the Zohar that when a person leaves his house with his tefillin on, right, and he's about to leave the house, he's surrounded by mitzvot. He has tefillin on one arm, he has tefillin on the head, the talit, the mezuzah. Those 4 mitzvot are the 4 angels. that follow the person and protect the person outside of his home, to be for him to be protected. And when you think about it, man himself has 4 layers. He has the body, he has the clothes on the body, the house protecting him and the clothes, and he has the nefesh. The moment he steps out, he's in randomness, right? He's in chaos, in the big world. So these are the 4 layers that are intimate to him: the nefesh, the body, the clothing, and the home. So he says the Torah is the nefesh, is the neshama. The other 3 are physical. The body, the clothing, and the house are physical. The nefesh is spiritual. Yes? So the Torah is the nefesh. It's what's spiritual. The mitzvot that are practical, right, is the body, the clothing, and the house. You put tefillin on your body, you put tzitzit on your clothing, and you put the mezuzah on your house. For that specific reason, we have those mitzvot. So you put tefillin, you protect your physical body, right? You awake the angel that protects your body. You put tzitzit, you awake the angel that of your clothing that protects that protects your body. You have mezuzot, you awake the angel of the house that protects the home, the house. You learn Torah, you protect your neshama, your nefesh. And the same way, it says the Gaon, in the Lulav, you have 4 minim that are 7, right? You have 4 types that are 7, right? Lulav is 1, Arava is 2, which is 2 Aravot at 3. Then you have the Hadas, which is the 3rd min, which you have 3 of them, so that's 6. And the Etrog is 1, that's a 4th min, it's 7, right? The same way with those 3 mitzvot, with those mechila, those 4 mitzvot, right? You have the tefillin, which are 2, tefillin of the hand and tefillin of the head. You have the mitzvah of tzitzit, which are 4, that's 6, and you have the mezuzah, that's 7. So you have 4 that are 7 by the lulav, and you have 3 that are 7 by the mitzvot of tefillin, tzitzit, and mezuzah. And both of them imply to have an impact on the 7 sefirot. Now, you have a 4th mitzvah also, which is the limud Torah, right? Now, the limud Torah fuels all your sefirot with or pnimi. So it basically takes the potential, it takes the essence of the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and brings it down inside of you. So limud Torah brings down the essence of the will of Hashem in you. The mitzvot is the practicality of the will of Hashem in your life. It's realization. Then he brings an akdama of the Zohar. Let me think if how to say it. Don't want to confuse, and because it's there's a, until now it's clear. Mitzvat avicha ve'al titosh Torah imecha. Yes, this we understand. We have never addressed the soda hashmal. That's why I think I might maybe it's best. I don't want to confuse you. Um, when there is a harmony of shalom, I mean, we make the bracha, Baruch Ata Hashem HaMevarech et Amo Yisrael Bashalom, the last bracha of the Shmona Esrei. Bashalom is the letters Malbush. Malbush is a cloth. And it has the gematria Hashmal. Hashmal, it means, what is Hashmal? It's electricity. It's the electricity is an energy that can be transferred in closed circuits. Yes. When there is shalom, when there is shlemut, it's something that is closed, something that's complete. When something is complete, it takes like a structure, a tzura, a presence, a prestance. A levush, a malbush, a cloth that you put is something that is fit to you. That's a cloth. And it's coming to earn you to respect the malbusholam zehu kevodo, right? Your clothing is what honors you, what respects you. This is why Chachamim, they say, if a Talmid Chacham walks around in public with a stain, a dirty clothes, chayav mitah. Right? Why? Because he's not. That's what's respecting him. And if he's a Talmid Chacham, it's disgracing the Torah that he's representing. So he's belittling the Torah in public, and for that is chayav mitah. So the clothing is the respect, is the kavod of men. And malbush has a gematria of 378, which is
358.
378.
78.
Which is the orot that protect. It's the shield of protection of light that comes and allow and protect the tefillot of Am Yisrael to elevate themselves and go up. So it's the shield of protection that allows the flow of interaction between Am Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. In a ducha, in elevating it. That's the soda hashmal in a very not, in the most basic possible way. I don't know if you understood what I just said. I tried to make it very simple for you to understand.
Just the first part. When we say Vashalom, how do you connect to Malbush?
The letters.
Yes. Vashalom, you can mix them.
Shalom is the same letters of Malbush.
Oh, okay.
What does this have to do with this pasuk? Is it the husband and wife, Ima and Abba? What is that?
Oh, 1 second. We're not there. 1 second. So the pasuk in Tehillim, the pasuk says like this: Yigmorna ra reshaim utchonen tzadik ubochen libot uklayot Elohim tzadik. פרק זין. יגמורנה רע רשעים. Let the evil, come to an end. Utchonen tzadik, and establish the tzidkut, the righteous. Ubochen libot uklayot, and the one who checks, right, the mind and the conscience, Elohim tzadik, is Hashem who's a tzadik. So what do we see? That HaKadosh Baruch Hu is bohen klayot, and it checks the heart, the heart and the klayot, right? And
Kidneys.
The kidneys, which is the mind, the conscience, and the mind. Well, it might be a little bit complicated. It might be complicated. No, because it's how to apply now the chashmal. Because at the end, I'm trying. At the end, let's go backwards. There's a pasuk in Yoshev V'Seter Elyon that we all know. Okay. Ipol mitzidecha elef, urvava miminecha, elcha lo yigash, rak be'enecha tabit v'shulumat shiraim tir'eh. You want to take the pasuk? Open the pasuk. Tehillim Tzadik Aleph.
Pasuk 7, Zain.
Zayin. Ipol mitzidecha elef. 1,000 should fall from mitzidecha, from your left. Urvava miminicha, and 10,000 from your right. Elecha lo yigash, right? It will not come close, it will not reach you. That's 3. Rak be'enecha tabit, you will see it with your eyes. V'shiluma deshaim tir'eh, and you will witness the punishment of the Reshaim. It's 5. All this why? Why will we zoche to all this? Ki ata Hashem mahsi elyon samta me'onecha. Right? Because you took, you are HaKadosh Baruch Hu mahsi, you're my protection. Elyon samta me'onecha. Elyon, referring to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, yeah, your highness, right? Samta me'onecha, you put Hashem as your ma'on, as your source of protection. Okay. So we see that there are 5 attacks that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will have. Ipol misidecha elef, he will take down 1,000 from your left, so there's the left. Urvava miminecha, and 10,000 from your right. Elecha, in front of you, lo yigash. Elecha lo yigash. Rak be'enecha tabit, you will see, you will look. Mishilumat Hashem tir'eh, and you will witness. Right? You see the 5 the way, right? So man is attacked from 5 angles, essentially, right? From his left, from his right, from being attacked himself, from seeing, right? And the witness thing is the acknowledgement. When you are when you are outside, what happens? You have a talit on your back, right? Front and back, right? The talit goes in the front and it goes in the back. You have a tefillin on the left, you have the mezuzah on the right, and you have the tefillin on your head. So you have front, back, right, left, and the head. This is the 5. We're good? Halacha lema'aseh, if you wear it, why don't we put tzitzit on a scarf? Because a scarf, you wear it in front, both of them in front. You don't wear front and back. A tzitzit has to be a beged, and a beged has to cover the front and the back. So you are attacked from the right, from the front, from the back, from the right, from the left, and from the mind. Says the Gaon, the tzaddik with the sword of the hashmal has the ability. We said, what is the hashmal? The hashmal, we say, is the shin ayin chet, the 378 orot that shield the tefillot and the of Am Yisrael, to elevate them. And that's only what? If he's shalom, if he has a malbush, right? If he is complete with his nefesh, ruach, neshama, chaya, yechida, if he's aligned with his 5 spiritual structures, which is the nefesh, on top of it the ruach, on top of it the neshama, on top of it the chaya, and on top of it the chida, those 5 spiritual blocks structure, then he's protected from the 5 angles, from the front, from the back, from the left, from the right, from the left, and from the top. So the malbush, the mitzvot, the 4 mitzvot that we're talking about, plus the Torah, are those 5 things. The tefillin shel yad, the tefillin shel rosh, the tzitzit, the mezuzah, and the Torah. Now, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we said that now we're going back to Perek Zayin. What does he do? What did we say he does? He's bohen the klayot. How many klayot do we have? How many kidneys do we have? We have 2. Lev, what? 1. We have 1, right? That's 3. What? This is what influence. We have the mind, we have the conscience that influence us, right? That's the lev, that's the klayot. They both influence the body. What else do we have that influences the body?
Ears and eyes?
No.
No, that's nefesh.
The Brit Milah, right? And the Brit.
Why the kidney influences and the lungs don't? The lungs do influence.
Yes, no. So the kidneys, you're right. But Chachamim say that the kidneys have a spiritual meaning to it. It's for example, we say that Avraham Avinu learned all his Torah from his kidneys. The kidney filters, right? It filters the blood. It means that the filtering, there's a filtering from the right and a filtering from the left, right? Meaning that it separates the emet from the sheker from a physical perspective. Even without your intellect, physically, if you use your physical instinct and your behavior, it's very difficult for us to understand that today, but at the time you could get to the emet. That's how Avraham got to the emet, but he pushed it to a level that he was able to reveal all the mitzvot from his klayot, from his kidneys. Then you have the Brit Milah, right? And then you have the Orla, right? So how much do you have in total? You have 1 heart, 2 klayot, the Brit and the Orla, it's 5. Right? And when you cut the Orla, when you cut the Orla, you reveal the Keter. You reveal the crown. And these are called the Marot Elokim, the mirrors of HaKadosh Baruch Hu through the name of Elokim, because you can reflect through those 5 organs, or the Koach Elokim, the Koach of HaKadosh Baruch Hu within you, or Chalilah, you fall in the limitations of nature and in the instinct of the body. So by doing those 4 mitzvot, right, which is tefillin, mezuzah, talit, and limud Torah, you empower those 4 organs and you create that shield of protection. And obviously with the Torah, which is the nefesh that fuels all this from within. This is what Shlomo HaMelech wants to tell us Netzor beni mitzvat avicha. Hold on and surround yourself with the mitzvot around you. And obviously, ve'al titosh Torah timecha, without letting go ever of the limud Torah. But essentially, the message that he's sending here is netzor beni mitzvat avicha. Hold on tight and surround yourself from the mitzvot. And this is what you gain from it. The level of protection from within and from outside. The empowering of your organs so that your instinct and your body is aligned with the emet. Meaning, not only will you get to the emet from your intellect, but you will get to the emet from within your physical body itself. Your body will reject the sheker and will be attracted to the emet. So you see, we went from the Chokhmah Bina, which is super spiritual, that's in the intellect, and the Gaon took it down, all the way to the physical impact and influence. Good? Yes or?
Yes, incredible.
I lost you somewhere? No. I tried to make it as clear as I can with the Soda Hashmal. Maybe I threw you with a spin with the five, but that's how he consolidates it to that's the Shalom, that's the Malbush. The body is the Malbush. But that's how you actually create that perfect osmosis. One more pasuk because it's very short, and it's and I know it's we're not, but it's connected. So and it's short, so it's worth learning it. Okay, kasherem al libecha tamid, tie them over always on your heart. Andem al gargeronecha, and bind them to your throat. So everything that we just said, yeah, the Torah, the mitzvot. So he said, until now we spoke about the actual mitzvot, how you you surround yourselves. Kasherem al libecha tamid, it's the machshava. Al libecha, in your heart, it means in your mind. The pasuk we just learned is mitzvot, is maaseh, right? Is actions. Now it's the machshava. Kasherem al libecha. You should think about it always. Andem al gargeronecha is the dibur, right? Speak about it. So think about it, apply it, and think about it, which essentially refers is the tikkun and not the tikkun, the protection of the three flaws that we addressed, right? If you remember, action, thought, and dibur. Adam beliyaral, ish aven, and olech. Ikeshot pe, that we addressed. So we have the influence of the mitzvot through the action. We have the influence of the machshava through the limud Torah, through the thought of it and the organization of the mitzvot from the chokhmah and the binah, right? And through the dibur, through the learning and the teaching that is in our mouth. Okay, we will stop here. Mechilait was heavy, but I said it in the last time that this pasuk is a little bit al pisod, more than the usual, but it's beautiful how the Gaon connects it, all of it from every angle, from the chokhmah, from the binah, from the 5 layers of the from the physical body, from the mitzvot and the Torah. Baruch Hashem.
This is just superficial nutshell, no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Good.
No, we don't go into the
In each pasuk, they dive.
yes, yes. No, even what I'm telling you, I'm just giving you over what the Gaon says from a superficial level. I mean, if you want to dive really in what it means through the Zohar and how it connects, and it's we need introductions to a lot of knowledge of Torah Tasod that we don't have right now at this moment.
Incredible.
I'm giving you the klal. You know, it's like we give the.
I love it.
Beautiful. The title of the book of the subject.
How it works.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you.
30,000 feet, 40,000 feet.
Wow. Incredible.
We're getting pieces of it, and even that's deep.
Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we slowly. And if you pay attention, we're diving deeper and deeper. Slowly, the Gaon brings in more and more and more and more. Yes. So
Beautiful.
obviously to each their own and how we each connect to that more. But
thank you.
Shavuot Tov.
So
we finished. We did the pasuk Kaf Aleph. Kaf and Kaf Aleph. Baruch Hashem.